FM at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's time for Sportstime on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. The first hour of Sportstime is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stats Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome in to Sports Time on a Wednesday, July 19th. Bryant Dacus, Brett Norsworthy, Jay Morgan Harder with you for the next 3 hours, and it'll be a ton of SEC football talk because Brett Norsworthy is live from Nashville, Tennessee at SEC Media Days. Brett, how are things going on day 3 of SEC Media Days?
Brian, it's going very, very well, and thank you and Jay Morgan so much for the hard work all week on all the shows, and especially with the weather complications on phones and things. I'm very sorry that we won't be able to have we won't have any calls or any guests by phone. John Goin will join us in about an hour in the studio as we do golf picks. About 9 hours from now, golf balls in the air over there. Y'all staying up and watching tonight? I'm not.
I certainly will not.
Absolutely not.
We know Jay Morgan.
No chance in the world. No way.
Jay Morgan, he'll have 5 good quality hours under the belt by the time the first shots hit over at Royal Liverpool.
Hey, but I'll be up, before the first group finishes their first round. So I'll be up early to see some of the action early in the morning. So, maybe not
tweet it for me.
Maybe not staying up, but getting up early to watch it. Maybe a little bit of that.
We've lost all track of time this week, haven't we? We've officially lost what day and what hour it is. But it is day 3 at SEC Media Days, live from Radio Row in Nashville. And our sponsors, First National Bank and Trust, Jason's Deli, Landers Ford in Collierville, The Butcher Shop, Gould's, Ronnie Grizzani's, The Commissary, Memphis Tourism Sports Council, Jim's Place Grill. Everybody says it, and we mean it. We could not have done it without them, and we appreciate them so much. And all of them will be back with us in about 3 weeks when we're live at TPC Southwind at the FedEx St. Jude Classic. We'll talk a lot of golf that week. We'll get to golf today, but it'll be jam-packed. And next week we're going to talk a lot of AAC Media Days. Yeah. I won't be there. I don't think we have anybody going, but we will talk a lot of AAC. So Tiger fans, don't feel like you're going to be cheated. We're going to have a lot of Tiger football talk and AAC talk next week. Tomorrow, we will not have Greg Gasson with us tomorrow at 5 o'clock as we will be doing SEC Roundtable at that time. Rob Fisher and Richard Cross, I'm pretty sure, are going to be with me and Brian and Jay Morgan to discuss everything that transpired this week. We will catch up with Greg Gaston on Friday afternoon on all things Tigers football and basketball at 5 o'clock on Friday. But today, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, and Kentucky. Head coaches Nick Saban, Sam Pittman, Billy Napier, and Mark Stoops all here with their players and assembled media. And we'll talk all of that between now and 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we will. And it was kind of the how do you want to describe Nick Saban? There's a lot of ways you can, but he started the day for us this morning at about 9 o'clock this morning. He was the first one to take the podium, and that's kind of the big one every year. Everyone waits to hear what Nick Saban has to say and wait for his time at SEC Media Days. But we've talked a lot about it. The big question with Alabama is who's going to be the starting quarterback. They've got 3 options. I think I know who I'm leaning. Who do you think runs out there, maybe not first game, but second game against Texas as the starting quarterback for Alabama?
I think it will be Ty Simpson, but I think we will see all of them, and we will have guests' opinion about that. I sure could be wrong, but I think it'll be Ty Simpson. But if it was going to be Ty Simpson, he sure didn't solidify it in the spring. After the spring game, they go out and get the Notre Dame transfer. Mm-hmm. And we saw Jalen Milroe last year kind of with packages and things more to his strong suits for right now. They think in time he's going to be fine as all-around quarterback, but right now he has some stronger attributes than others. but we will see them all, and we'll see them all early for Alabama as they start with Middle Tennessee and then play the Texas Longhorns in Bryant-Denny Stadium, and it will be the last time they will ever meet as a non-conference game. As we know, next year Texas will be in the SEC, but also afternoon baseball. What are the Cardinals trying to do? Get us reinterested?
Man, I mean, they're rolling. Let's not say anything.
Don't they know we
yet.
checked out?
Yeah, we checked. But, hey, have you seen the last – and Jay Morgan wanted to push back a little bit on this morning, but have you seen the last, 3 appearances from JoJo Romero?
I have, and Bryant, remember I told you, at minimum, his stuff at AutoZone Park was enough to be up there and
You did?
I said, give it a try. He's not any worse than anybody up there. And now he's 2-0, but wins don't matter anymore, do they?
No, wins don't matter. But, hey, he's coming in there. He's getting in there late games.
Throwing strikes.
He's being very efficient in the last 3 outings.
He has.
We're getting too excited about Cardinal baseball.
Help me. What is his name?
JoJo Romero.
Didn't I want to call him JJ?
Yes, you have. I'm pretty sure there's been multiple different types of ways you've tried to say JoJo Romero since they acquired him from the Phillies.
The big blockbuster trade last year, deadline time.
The big one. But
JJ Romero.
JJ Romero,
JoJo.
that's right. It goes as JoJo. But Brett, I wasn't able to watch the game last night, because my power's been out ever since last night because of those storms.
A lot of issues.
Y'all dealt with them. I guess it was the same storm up in Nashville during the show yesterday.
Yeah, we got it here first. That's rare.
It is rare.
Storm hit Nashville first, but it hit our area at home with some ferocity and a lot of issues. I know everybody's working hard trying to get it resolved. I just wish we could get to a point where we didn't have this with every time the time changes.
Yeah, it's especially lately, these past month or two. It has been a common occurrence for people's power to go out, so I hope everyone's safe out there, and hopefully that power's coming back on. But for Alabama, you talk about the core. I'm kind of with you. I think Ty Simpson is the guy that Nick Saban ultimately wants to be his starting quarterback. I just don't know if he's ready. I felt like the spring naming Jalen Milroe the starter and really – basically not wanting to name anybody a starter and going out and getting Tyler Buckner, to me, that showed Nick Saban saying, I want Ty Simpson to be the guy. It's just he's very young right now. But 2 new coordinators on both sides. Tommy Rees from Notre Dame on offensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator Kevin Steele comes back to Alabama. What do you expect from these 2 coordinators?
Well, I think Kevin Steele will be really good on the defensive side, and just can't wait till we visit with Ryan Fowler to talk more in depth about that. And worth trying on offense, Nick Saban with ringing endorsement, of course, with Tommy Rees from the dais and what he thinks the future holds for him. I would suspect at some point, and Tommy Rees is probably his dreams would be back at Notre Dame as head coach, but they got a second-year bright young head coach that could do really well for them, so that could be a while. And, sometimes those best laid plans, they get changed, and you end up coaching somewhere that you really never imagine. For years in that Auburn Georgia series, you had Pat Dye as head coach for Auburn, who played at Georgia, and you had Vince Dooley as head coach at Georgia, who was an Auburn standout. Things happen.
Yeah, things do happen. So today, like you said, 4 teams, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Kentucky, outside of Alabama, because obviously they're a college football powerhouse, not just SEC powerhouse in terms of the last decade or so, really longer than that. But which one of these 3 teams outside of Alabama really intrigued you the most today?
It's the Razorbacks, and not just the proximity and my association and so many friends that I know enjoy it so much, and I enjoy it as well. And I think I know the Arkansas football history pretty well. I know the story and been to a lot of fun times and had some of the times in my life at it, and including their games against Texas, and they're really excited about that for next year. Sam Pittman even said, his fans really want that, and they really need that. Texas may or may not look at it with the same enmity and the same passion as Razorback fans, but that never bothered Razorback fans in the day, and it won't in the SEC. And Sam Pittman, you can't help but like him. I don't know anybody out there pulling against Sam Pittman. You know, there have been some coaches everywhere that not a lot of fans really liked. I don't think many people like Bobby Petrino, but he won. Mm-hmm. Chad Morris was just so bad. It was hard